Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another daily drop here on TarHeelIllustrated.com. I'm THI publisher Andrew Jones, and the topic today is North Carolina Tar Heels basketball. Specifically, it's time for UNC to erect some hoops statues. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of them that they could put up because there are a lot of guys, a lot of people in this program's history that are worthy of it. And the idea is something that I've thought about for a while, and I think I wrote a series about it about 4 or 5 summers ago. But there are some places I go on the road to cover games where the schools are a little bit more devoted to statues and large plaques honoring great players, coaches. Notre Dame, for example, you go to football there, each gate is named after a legendary coach, and they got a statue of the coach. It's awesome. It gives goosebumps. You go to Pittsburgh, and right outside Peterson Events Center, there's like a little small, I want to call it a memorial, if you will, where it's got a lot of the football history right there. Even though, because that's where the football stadium used to be at Pitt, the on-campus stadium. It's awesome. When I say a plaque, it's not like something in the ground, like an erect thing with a plaque on it and the athlete's face sort of chiseled out, but they also have statues. So other than Choo Choo Justice, where are the statues in Chapel Hill? And the Choo Choo one is awesome out in front of the Keenan Football Center. If you haven't seen it in person, you go to a football game, go look at it. It's really cool. It's well done. But there's more football players, I think, worthy of a statue. And there's a lot more basketball players. So if Carolina decided, okay, we're going to put up some statues honoring great Tar Heels of the past for basketball, who makes the cut? Well, obviously, Dean Smith and Roy Williams do. You got to have coaches. You know, with Roy's, they can have him in that get down and defense stance that he would get into every once in a while in an intense game. That'd be pretty cool. So, yeah, Roy and Dean are absolutes, right? Absolutes. Michael Jordan, not the greatest Tar Heel of all time as a Tar Heel, but he's been amazing for the program with everything that he's done. He's the greatest basketball player of all time. Michael Jordan would get one. Tyler Hansbrough is the most accomplished Tar Heel of all time, perhaps the best Tar Heel of all time as a Carolina player. Tyler gets one. Phil Ford, I would argue the most loved Carolina basketball player ever. And if you can hear my dog barking, I think he's putting in his vote for Phil Ford, although we must be under attack by Amazon or FedEx again, because when they do come to attack us, my dogs usually do everything in their power to fend them off. 2 boxers. Anyway, I think Phil Ford absolutely will make the cut. I mean, I don't think there's a Carolina player that has tugged at the heartstrings of Tar Heel fans more than Phil Ford. Now you start to get into an area where people say, okay, well, how many statues is enough? Well, if you're going to do those guys, it's hard not to do Antoine Jameson. Excuse me. It's hard not to do Lenny Rosenbluth. It's hard not to do Charlie Scott for 1,000 reasons. And it's hard not to do James Worthy. So if you did just them, and I say just them because there are a lot of candidates, Dean, Roy, MJ, Psycho T, Phil Ford, Jameson, Rosenbluth, Scott, and Worthy. You're talking 9 statues. Who else is worthy? No pun intended. Who else would you add to that list? Would everybody else be a plaque? So those are your 9 statues. The rest are plaques. So you've got 2 tiers here. Your statue tier and your plaque tier. The plaques would be guys who accomplish significant things, MOP Final Fours, like a Sean May, get a plaque. Joel Berry because MOP of the Final Four. The only player with 40 or more points in back-to-back NCAA tournament championship games since Bill Walton in the early 70s. So would Joel get one? I don't think Joel maybe ranks as high as some of the other guys that he might get one over, but he did something considerable. Maybe not. Maybe not Joel. Maybe you're looking at people like Vince Carter because of what he's done after Carolina. You're looking at the full picture of things because of how much he means to the program, because of his greatness after UNC. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Are these 9 the 9 you would go with? Who among these 9 would you eliminate? Say, nah, I can't do a statue. His name's already on the building. His name's already on the court. Just keep it to players. Although I think it'd be very, very difficult to do any kind of statues in basketball at Carolina without Dean and Roy. And I know that Dean has a bust. There's a bust of him when you walk into the main doors of the basketball office at the Smith Center. And that's awesome. It's really cool. Maybe a statue would be even cooler. If you would remove one of these 9, add to this group of 9, let us know who would make up the plaques. Who else would you put on there? Bobby Jones, Al Wood, Mitch Kupchak, Kenny Smith, George Lynch, Eric Montross, Rasheed Wallace, Jerry Stackhouse, Ty Lawson. Let us know. Armando, RJ after this year. It's a good discussion. And it's something I want to know what you guys think. Always want input from you. And this is the kind of thing you could have like a long conversation with 1,000 different opinions and nobody be wrong. Everybody be right. It's a fun topic. I do think it's something Carolina should do. I think they should do it for football too. There are football-worthy guys of having statues, and Carolina needs to erect those statues in football as well. They do a much better job of pushing the football history. Basketball's got it right there. It's oozing. It's coming out of the pores. So what if they put up 15 statues? They've got 1,000 banners hanging up. People sometimes joke and criticize that. So what? Put up more statues than anybody else. Rub it in their face. You've got the program history to do so do it. Anyway, that's my take. I want to know what yours is. Who else would you give statues to? Who would you take it away? Who would you give plaques to? Let me know, guys. Cannot wait to read the responses to this because it's a fun topic. It's an annual topic, to be perfectly honest with you. But I also think it's something that needs to happen in some capacity. So with that, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you get updates every time we upload. Tell your friends we're here. Tell your friends we want to know what they think about Carolina basketball statues. Reply on our Facebook channel or page. Reply here on Twitter. And reply on our message boards. Let us know what you think. I'm AJ, and I'm so grateful you stopped by. Thank you.